ladies and gentlemen, for the 1045th time, it is the Mason and Friends Show, featuring that dude called Big Mike.
Yeah.
As well as myself, Mason. Welcome to the Mason and Friends Show.
What's happening, y'all? What's good out there today?
Ha ha. We're back at it, Michael.
Oh, man. There's so much fuckery going on. I feel bad for those that paid the ticket to go see the Conor McGregor fight, you know? And,
yeah.
like, I saw highlights this morning when I got up.
The first thing I saw was Conor McGregor fucking his leg up.
Yeah, but the thing is, they show him in the locker room doing his warm-ups, and he's doing that kick repeatedly in the locker room. That's what they got him on the camera doing in the warm-ups in the locker room, is that same kick that blew his knee out.
He had a single feature plan. I'm going to kick him. He's going to be out. It's going to be over.
Yeah.
That's all I've got.
And that's pretty much all that happened.
That's all he had.
Walked up in there, threw the kick, and then that was it.
Well, he kept going down. His knee was like, I watched the full thing.
Yeah,
And
it was like 30 seconds of it,
not
really.
long.
Yeah.
And he was toast.
Like, he tried to stand up. Like, you know what? Hey, bruh, you know, at this point with the UFC, I really don't fuck with the UFC like I used to. Like, it's similar to basketball. Like, with basketball, I was good with it. Then,
What is that noise?
what do you hear?
Fuzz. I think my shit's fucked up, my headphones.
Yeah, because I don't hear fuzz.
You're not getting anything.
You still hear it?
Yeah, my shit's all out of whack. Let me try changing my plug over here.
And those are similar headphones like at the Jews?
Nah, these are different. Yeah, I think it's just my headphone jack. I think that's what that was.
Oh, okay, so it's good now?
Yeah.
All right, bet. Here we go. But,
Or maybe I'm getting it off of this, because this thing's not working right now. I don't know what's going on with it. The sound bed is
it's not on?
having an issue. That might be where I got that noise from.
It's trying to do its thing.
Trying to start it up. It always makes noise when I start it up.
But,
Turn it down.
Yeah, all them people out there for the Conor McGregor joint kind of got fucked at that ticket. You know what I mean?
Well, there were other things happening, and they were pretty good.
Yeah.
You know.
I guess. But like I said, UFC to me is like how basketball was for me back in the day, you know? I used to love the UFC, but then it got boring. It's like basketball got boring to me. Like, I'm barely hanging on to football right now. You know what I mean?
The best thing in my life was letting go of football. But that's because the Redskins are no longer the Redskins, and I'm like, you know what? I don't like this game enough to change team names.
Yeah.
That's really what it boils down to. I'm like, they're the Redskins. If they do well, I'll root for them.
Yeah.
But I'm not just going to watch every game like I used to.
Yeah.
Like, you know, for a long time.
Yeah,
Probably 25, 30 years, I tried to pay attention to every game.
My thing with football is like I still enjoy the game enough to actually just watch a game. You know what I mean? But
I'm going to wait for the Super Bowl.
I feel
I'm
you
gonna
on
wait
that. I
for the
understand
playoffs.
that. Yeah, I
I'm
understand
gonna
that.
watch the good shit.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'll pay attention when the Skins are playing, if they're on, but I'm not necessarily gonna be like, hey, can you turn on the game?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna be aware of it. I'm like, I might have it going on the radio if it's late in the season and we're actually competitive.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm never gonna call them that other name.
Yeah.
Like I said, man, if Trump gets us the Redskins back, I'm fucking getting a Trump hat.
Oh, man. Hold on. It's these goddamn Conor McGregor memes, man, are killing me, yo. Check this one out, man. I'm about to post this joint, yo. You ain't gonna blame to the day. God damn it, man. Then I watched Forrest again, man.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
After all of our talk of Forrest?
I still stay up. Look, Forrest, when it comes on, I'm going to watch it.
You stand on it,
Yeah.
though, that Ginny is a fucking scumbag.
Oh, absolutely. She's one of the most horrific
She's
movie
one of the
villains.
most low key movie villains that you don't realize is a villain.
That she's a villain. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, fucking me and the wifey were talking the other day when the movie was on, right? And they're at the college when he's in the motherfucking room, and when he busts on the fucking
it comes in his pants.
Yeah, no, on the fucking roommate's robe.
Oh, is that what those? Is that what's being implied there?
Oh, I think your roommate needs a new robe. I messed your roommate's robe.
That's awesome.
And Sarah was like, "Babe, you ain't gonna believe this, but I was in my adult years when I figured out what was happening in that scene, and I just started laughing. You know what I mean? I'm losing it. I'm like, I knew that shit as soon as that motherfucking shit. I knew what the fuck he had done. You know what I'm saying?" She goes, she said, "Babe, I thought he was just relieved," and I was like, "He was."
Yeah, as relieved as he ever was in his life, probably.
Yeah,
that was the peak. That was peak relief for Forrest. That time he came on Jenny's roommate's robe.
Oh shit, man! But I was like, yo, we watched that bitch, man. I'm just sitting there laughing at all the shit that's going on in that motherfucking movie.
Well, because we've probably talked about just about everything, so everything's a reference.
Yeah, so everything in that motherfucker, I'm just like, God damn, look at this shit here, man. You know what I mean? And then watch some other fuck movies. Really can't remember them, but they were just terrible movies.
Really?
That I've seen.
So
here.
bad you can't remember them.
One of them was like, I think it's called We Bury Our Dead. The trailer for it made it look like it was going to be this great zombie movie. Like, I fuck with zombie movies, you know what I mean? I try to see what is somebody's take on the zombies now, you know what I mean? They had the motherfuckers running super fast.
Do you like that World War Z zombie?
I fuck with that one because those zombies,
the fast zombie,
those zombies left motherfuckers alone that were already dying. Like, if you're already dying, they ain't even bother with you. It was like,
yeah, if you had a disease,
yeah, live your life, because
they could smell it.
Yeah,
like,
they knew.
You ain't worth infecting.
Exactly. They're like, oh, well, fuck.
They were like a Borg reject.
Yeah.
Like, you don't even get to be part of the Borg.
You're not even gonna be part. We're not even gonna fuck with you. You can actually walk around and enjoy your life because we ain't gonna bite you.
Yeah, for the 14 seconds of it.
Whatever you got left. Yeah, you know what I'm saying,
bitch.
But this motherfucking joint, it's like. It's some chemical weapon that are.
What if you as a World War Z's character that was sick and the zombies are like, ignoring you? Could you pick up a baseball bat or a knife or whatever and start taking them out and have them not come after you? Or didn't they act like sort of like
you just wasn't even there?
But weren't they like an anthill though? If you're not there, but if you were to pick up a gun and start popping them in the head,
if they still wouldn't have came after you because you have that disease. So you were that's how they won. That's how Brad Pitt found the disease. Was like, you can affect people with the disease, but it's curable. But the zombies wouldn't fucking fuck with you because they think you're dying.
Oh, is okay.
So that's how they were able to fight them.
I thought the movie ended and they were just like on an island, like hopefully we'll get this all figured out.
No, that's 28 days later. World War Z, they end up figuring out that all they had to do was get a disease.
Well, because he injects himself.
Yeah,
and goes in the room, and the thing's sitting there snapping its jaw, but not.
And it's not even fucking with him. So when the zombies are actually running through the place, he's walking right past him to the door to come out because he made noise in the back with the soda machine. You know what I mean? So the zombies are just running right by him.
Oh, he got himself a soda.
Yeah,
and he walked away
right by him.
And they all went to the soda machine.
So if it was something like that, yeah, I mean, eventually you're gonna want to fuck these things up at some point. So you're like, all right, I'm dying. They're not biting me, so you're gonna get bored, and you're gonna go out here and just start fucking these motherfuckers up in the head.
Absolutely. Once you figure it out.
Once you figure out that they're not after you,
yeah,
it's like that Key and Peele skit where they're like the zombies are racist. Key and Peele got a skit where
they wouldn't eat the black dude.
Yeah, they wouldn't bite the black guys. Like they were walking up there like, oh, stop. And the zombie would walk away from them. They went to this one car where the zombies are in the car, and the zombie locks the door. And he was like, ain't this a bitch? These motherfuckers is racist.
I mean, lucky you.
Yeah, but I'm
your
like,
black ass.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, so this movie, it was basically like this lab or some lab in Australia some biochemical lab in Australia like had matter of fact, it was on the island of Tasmania, like blew up.
Like the devil.
Yeah, and it fucked up everybody that's on the island, you know what I mean? So they got people coming from Australia down to, I guess, go see their family and shit. Now, the thing is, the shockwave or whatever this was basically killed everybody. But some people are coming back to life, and people don't understand why some of them are coming back to life. Now, some of these motherfuckers, they're not the way zombified, like they don't come after you, they're just kind of just standing there chilling.
Oh, so they're like fentanyl addicts.
Yeah. And the fucking army, you gotta tell the army, hey, there's somebody in here that's dead and came back, and they just shoot the motherfucker, boom, it's killed. And then they got some of them that actually, like, there was a couple that came after this woman. This woman's looking for her husband. And, bro, the whole fucking premise of this bitch's whole thing was so fucking stupid. It was one of the dumbest zombie movies I've ever fucking seen.
You know, you seem to find dumb movies.
Bro, I don't understand. And here's the thing. These are some of the new movies that I was waiting to come out.
But I don't know. You got bad, what is it called? Trailer dar.
Yeah.
You know, how you'd have gaydar.
But see, that's the thing. The trailer looks good, and I know
bad trailer.
So I'm like, let me see what
the trailer looks good to you, and then you get in there and you're like, oh, this chick has a dick.
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually funny. I was like, oh, that trailer looked good to you. You didn't know it was a trailer. Oh, now this motherfucker got a dick.
No. Oh my god.
Yeah. That's actually a good. Yeah.
Shit. But this isn't what I signed up for.
Exactly.
The zombies.
Because I'm like,
getting stuck in the forest, playing Connect 4 with each other, and you're like, this movie sucks, bro.
It did, because like this,
they're playing Connect 4.
You feel for the bitch because she's like, she wants to find her husband, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it flashes back to her memories of her husband. Come to find out, the husband's having an affair. This bitch had already cheated on the husband. The last time they saw each other, they were going to talk about things, and he's like, nah, I ain't even dealing with you right now. I'm gonna go on this trip. Holler at you when I get back. She gets to the resort where this motherfucker was at, finds the room this bitch was in, sees that there's 2 cups on the table, so she's like, oh,
one got lipstick on it.
You know what I'm saying?
Cliche.
Like, the bitch, she goes to the bathroom, the bitch was in the bathroom, I guess in the tub, dead, you know, because when the explosion happened, wherever the fuck you was at, that's where you died. That was it. Boom.
Well, why you go look?
That's the other part. Like,
I guess maybe some closure, but if everybody's
that's
dead,
what she was wanting. Was some I thought she's like actually trying to find her husband to be like, let's see if I can save him type shit. No, this bitch wanted to be like,
bye.
Yeah, why the fuck you do this? She takes a ring off, sets it on the table. Like, bitch, you did all this bullshit. You almost
just to put your ring on the table of a dead man.
You almost got raped by some fucking soldier who was keeping his wife that was pregnant at the time. You know what I mean? Because she's one of the ones that came back to life. You know what I'm saying? But he dresses her up as his wife. Like, look, I'll let you go, but I need you to do this one thing.
I need you to put on this outfit.
Put on this outfit and dance with me and all this shit and say you love me. I'm like, what the fuck?
I need you to make believe that you're my baby mama.
Yeah, the one dude that was with her, that was her partner in the body collection or body cleanup crew, he ended up getting captured by the same guy that she ends up like being with, you know, or having to fucking be the wife for a second.
Bro, this is so all over the place.
But the dude,
you gotta stop.
The dude escaped. Like, it's so fucking stupid.
I don't need this to be spoiled. This ain't one of the ones, man.
It's not worth
awful.
Watching.
It sounds awful.
Then I just watched.
What's it called?
We Bury Our Dead.
We Bury Our Dead. Don't watch that, people.
Nah, don't. Then I watched what's that movie? The Long Walk. So this was the joint that had the premise of it was you have to keep walking, and the last one to stop walking wins the money. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't keep walking, you're gonna die, basically.
We Bury the Dead trailer. I'm just gonna watch it while you talk.
Oh, okay. So the Long Walk joint, it's in America dystopia. You know, we're fucked up. Our country's shit. You know what I mean? And fucking, it's like what's that movie? Hunger Games, where the areas pay tribute with like people. You go play these games and you're gonna die, and you win whatever.
It's like the White Mountains.
Yeah, but this is all 50 states. They take a boy from all 50 states, and you guys are walking. The whole premise is You gotta.
It's just that thing where, like, if you stop walking, they shoot you.
Yeah.
Man, fuck that movie. Looked dumb as shit, dog.
So I just wanted to watch it because, again, it's one of those movies that was in the theater. I was like, well, fuck, it's a new movie. I'm trying to see if any of these new movies are worth a fuck. And so far, I have not been impressed with any of them.
They got that bitch in this movie, We Buried the Dead, from that Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
That's the bitch, one of them bitches with the
the lightsaber. I don't know. She's like an Anakin. I think it was an Anakin or some shit.
No, she's not Anakin.
No, but she's like related to this motherfucker some kind of way.
Okay, yeah.
But the motherfucker, the whole movie, it's not bad, but it's not good either. Like, you could get through it.
It's a waste of time.
It is, but if you want to have something on to watch, there you go. The one movie I did like, because I like that stupid ass dumb violence.
I do like the way that you described the We Bury the Dead, because the trailer is giving me all of what
you would think you want to see.
No. It's giving me all of what I needed on top of what you said to make me sort of know what happens throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
And like, I'm like, okay, all right. I kind of see why you wanted to watch it. It's not the worst looking trailer.
Because you think it's just going to be a zombie joint, just a zombie flick.
Yeah, but it's
not. It is not what it was advertised for.
That shit is rough.
But I saw this one
misleading
joint. They Will Kill You with what's this chick, man? She's a bad chick too. I like her. But I actually like that movie because I like the movies with the pointless violence, like the nonsense.
Pointless violence is all you.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the Hellraiser shit.
Yeah. So this bitch basically,
we're not just gonna kill you. We're gonna stick needles in your eyes.
She goes in this hotel, we're
gonna throw you down a flight of steps with needles in your eyes
as a maid, whatever, and
then we're gonna throw a bunch of things of iodized salt down the stairs.
She finds out this is some kind of cult, right? And she's looking for her sister. Her sister apparently got a job at this place that she fucking left when she was like, for 10 years she just left her, you know what I mean? Finds out where
her sister at the cult.
Nah, their stepdad was like abusive, and like they were gonna run away. They go into the store. It starts off like that. The stepdad finds them. She ends up shooting the stepdad. He ended up surviving, but the cops come and she takes off where her little sister didn't run, and the sister ends up staying with the stepdad. He dies. She joins this cult that she didn't know was a cult at first. You know what I mean?
That's how they always get people into cults, man.
And fucking the sister.
They're not like, hey, this is a cult. We're gonna rape your sister.
The sister finds finds out where she's at because she hired a private eye.
Like, what if cults were like honest when you like showed up?
Oh, that'd be crazy.
And they were like, bro, we're gonna make you think that like you're invincible.
Aliens are coming, and we're gonna have you commit a mass suicide with everybody so we can go see the aliens.
But this is after we extort a bunch of money out of you.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna make you believe this shit. Yeah,
sex with your daughter.
That this guy here is gonna fuck with all the females in your family.
That's right.
Because he's the head messiah.
Pregnant. Yeah, this guy's gonna get all your women pregnant.
Yeah. All everybody has to have a child by this motherfucker.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
And we do DNA tests when the child's born. If it's yours, we're gonna kick you out.
Basically,
we're gonna take you out of the club.
You're not being pure. That's right. You're not being pure to the cause.
That's right.
But she goes in there,
and people would be like, "Sign me up, Jack. Let's go. Hold on while I call my wife."
But people are already like that, though. That's the crazy part. Some people know this shit about these cults. You know what I mean? Like I've seen a lot of this shit with the the motherfuckers out there in Utah, the Mormon cults and all that shit they be having out there, and they're like, I don't know why I was there. You know, my mom said this is what we were supposed to be doing, and we just fell in line because that's what we were taught. Like, wait a minute. It is 2026. I know most of y'all, if not some, have some way of seeing what's going on out in the world.
I mean, but a lot of people don't take the time to do the research at all. They're just like, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing now?
But it goes back to that herd mentality where people want to be part of the herd.
It's so herd. Like, I want to get animation software again. It's like bubbling back up into me. But I feel like there's got to be a great animation AI.
Oh yeah. At this point now, yeah,
and make it do the stuff I want. But you know, like I was thinking about making like one of those dystopian type things.
Yeah.
But having it be like pretty much modern day and have all the vapid people be the thing that you don't want to become.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And just have it like, just make it as close to just real shit as possible, and just have like a couple of characters that talk sometimes and have real conversations, and everywhere they go nobody listens to them.
Yeah.
They tell them what they need to know, and they're like, and then they repeat the question, or they everywhere they go it's obvious that the people they're talking to are not actually listening to them
at all. That is today's shit.
Yeah.
That really...
Like, every day, I work in a car dealership. I sell people car parts.
Yep.
Every day, I tell people, I need the last 8 of your VIN number. And every single day, people say, you need the last 4 of the VIN? Like, I've never asked for the last 4 of the VIN.
How can I look up last 4 numbers? I need the last 8.
I asked for the last 8. Like, there are certain companies, like BMW, they need the last 7.
Yeah.
A lot of companies, they need the last 8. Some companies, they need the whole VIN.
Yeah.
I say, I need the last 8 of the VIN. And they go, there'll be guys on the phone, and they go, 4325. And I'm like,
I'm still missing 4 more numbers.
Sir, I need the last 8 of the VIN number. And it's like, I can't be polite. Like, I'm not even trying to be rude, but I can't say what you're making me say in a polite way. There's no way to do it.
After I've already was polite the first time, and you still ain't get it. I just
am so matter of fact. I need the last 8 of your VIN. Okay, the last 4? No. I need the last 8 of the VIN number. And all I can do is try to slow it down.
Yeah.
And make sure that I, like, say 8, and I let it land. Like, I need the last 8 of the VIN number.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know what to do, like, because everybody does it. It's like people that don't speak English, people that do speak English, people that white, black, brown, whatever shade,
because everybody's doing their own fucking thing in their mind.
Like, can you just shut the fuck up for the 45 seconds I have to interact with you and answer the 3 fucking questions I have for you? What's the last 8 of your VIN? What the fuck are you looking for? All right, now shut the fuck up. I don't need to know nothing else. Just answer my 2 or 3 questions. I might look at you and ask you something else at some point.
And we can get this going, and everything will be good to go.
We'll tear right through this. You'll be on your way.
With no problem.
But no.
See, that's the thing.
And then these guys, they'll be like, they'll do the pulling teeth with them to figure out what the fuck they want. And finally, I'm like, all right, I have it. It'll be $465. Oh, come on, man. You can't give me a better price than that? No, I can't, asshole, because I've been pulling your fucking teeth to get the fucking information I need from you, you fucking motherfuckers.
Oh. Yeah, customer service was never my cup of tea because of shit like that. Like, I'm cool with most people. I try to be, unless I have to repeat myself. Then it gets frustrating.
Repeating myself is the thing that makes me the most mad.
But I do enjoy when people actually listen, and most of the time, the people that don't listen to me are the people that I actually have to talk to about my shit. Like, so, matter of fact, this happened just recently. What, was it last week? Yeah, it was last week. I had an issue where our emergency number calls me, and I'm like, okay, I call the emergency number back, but it gives me a district number. I don't know. Like, I don't even know where this district is at. I don't know why they're calling me, but they done called me twice. I'm like, well, when they call you twice, like, fuck, you gotta.
That's serious shit.
So I call them back. I'm like, hey, my name is this. I'm from district this. I got a call for a gas leak, but it's not in my district. Like, it's a district I've never heard of. So why am I getting called? You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're like, we need you to get to Tuscaloosa right now.
They're like, well, hold on, let's take a look here. Yeah, we don't have no gas leak in your district. I said, I know you don't.
But do you have a gas leak somewhere else?
You called me.
That you were trying to call someone else about?
By the rules that you have laid out for me when I got hired is when you guys call, it's protocol for me to call you back. Tell you guys that you called me.
Let me tell you what I already know that you apparently don't know.
And you're supposed to tell me what's happening with said situation.
Right.
You know, and then if it's somewhere where I'm not familiar with and you can't give me the shit, then I gotta call my boss, and then we gotta go through that process where she calls you and everything is squared away. But I have to initiate this shit first because I didn't pick up the phone call.
You initiated it by calling me twice.
Exactly. So now I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
Right. I'm following the phone tree.
Exactly. The woman's like, well, let me look it up. Yeah, there is no leak in your district. You told me that, yes, and I know that.
That's what you just said.
But I'm calling you back because of this. Well, what was the district number that they said for you? I said, I'm trying to look it up, but because I'm on the phone with you, I can't look that number up. But I know it started with this number right here. She's like, well, would you like me to look up your other districts? I'm like, there is no other district I work in. This is my district.
Yeah, I have a district. Not
I
many
don't
districts.
work in multiple districts.
That's what the business does. It sells districts as franchises, and then the people that own those franchises fill the roles of the district. And then if they want to have another franchise, they get another district and hire another group of people to cover that district.
So she goes, well, would you like me to look up the other districts just to see? I'm like, you know what? No. If you say there's nothing for me on my side,
we're set.
We're good.
Have a nice day.
I don't even need to worry about it.
I've done all I need to do. Meanwhile, there's like a house burning somewhere.
She goes, are you sure you don't want me to look it up? I'm like, ma'am, why? If it's not in my district, why do I want you to look it up?
It's like you said the other day, talking about people talking to you. You said they don't want to talk to me because I'll say to them, do you hear what you just said to me?
Yeah.
And they'll be like, yeah. And it's like, well, does it make any sense to you?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Okay, then. So how the hell am I supposed to help?
Yeah.
It don't make sense to me either.
Exactly.
Like.
So I told her, I said, no, ma'am, don't look it up. Don't worry about it. I'm not going to worry about it because I know it's not my district. So I'm driving the rest of my day. The phone never went off. So I'm like, okay. Obviously, they took care of it. Whatever the case may be, I'm done. I know the protocol. I do my steps. But the people on the other end, I don't know. I don't even know why. The people on the other end, it's so difficult to get through their heads about shit. Now, granted, I know that we used to have these individuals were in like South Africa, India, all that shit that we were talking to.
Oh, the people that were representing,
the districts, whatever.
But they were representing the company and telling you what they saw on their computer.
Exactly. So because they had so many issues with customers and people getting pissed off, they brought it back over to America. Here's the crazy shit that didn't happen though. They brought it back to America, and the America side of shit is just fucked up.
Because we're retarded.
Like,
we're stupid. We're the antithesis of the failure of the public education system.
That no child left behind shit?
No child taught a thing. Left behind my ass.
Bruh.
Everybody's retarded.
These motherfuckers, like, you'll
My
call
name's
them.
Mason, and I support that message. If you don't want people to be so retarded, vote for me in 2028.
Look,
it is official.
The people sometimes, like, I have to switch up my route from trucks because they might have me on the wrong truck. Don't know how they do it, but they do because that's what the router done. They put me in the wrong truck, so I got to get it switched over. I'll call the people. I shit you not. When I call them, majority of the time it sounds like somebody's just waking up. Like,
yeah.
Because I get to work. I'm at work 6 o'clock.
Because they might be. They got a comfy chair. They're working remote. They're sitting.
They're at home.
And dude, if it's me, I'm fucking hitting the banger.
You know what I mean?
I'm drinking coffee and smoking weed all day, just half-ass out doing other things. I'm making animation on my AI shit and then taking phone calls from your dumb
But
ass.
I also get it that they're waking up. You know what I mean?
Like,
whereas in the other country, when I'm here at 6 o'clock, it's already like 3:30 in the afternoon over there.
But they're also, they've got twice the staff.
Exactly.
They got people that like aren't making near the money, and it's every dollar's really important to them.
Yeah.
So they're grinding hard. They're not like us here in America. We're all spoiled as shit.
Yeah.
Not willing to make big effort.
So look, that was part of the plot in fucking The Long Walk. They were like, America has got the disease of laziness. Nobody wants to work anymore. Nobody wants to do shit. So you guys walking are going to inspire people to work.
Even us that fucking are willing to work hard are completely uninspired.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Because shit costs too much. But like, I call the people and they're like, "Good morning. How can I help you?" I'm like, "Man, I just need my shit switched from this truck to this truck." Okay. let me just get your district and let me get things going on my computer. Sorry, my computer's a little slow this morning. I'm like, motherfucker, you're supposed to be up before me. You know what I mean? You're supposed to be up and ready.
At least they can understand the fucking words you're saying.
That's also true. You know what I mean?
That's huge, man.
So then they'll be like, oh, but they got records of like when my shit was going back and forth with the trucks, they were like, oh, you call in a lot. Yeah, I have to call every day because the router that you have keeps fucking up.
That guy's still in India.
Yeah, I guess. You know what I mean? Like the other day.
Is this Michael or Mike?
I had two.
We put Michael on this one.
I had 2 routes on my shit, and I'm like, what the fuck? Wait a minute. I call my boss something like, hey,
I got you double timing.
I got 2 routes on my shit. She's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, I got 2 routes. She goes, what was on the printer? 2 routes for the same truck. And I logged in my shit.
See, and I'm already done.
You know what I mean?
Boss, with this.
I'm like,
yeah, I said 2 routes.
Yeah. I said, so which one do you want me to run?
We got to start a Demir Allure, man. We got to find a way to make money and get this Shark Tank out here.
Look, I said, which route do you want me to run? She was like, hold the fuck up. She's looking at shit. She's like, and then she just starts going off. She's like, this goddamn router keeps fucking up. Like, I'm tired of dealing with this person. I'm
Y'all hiring the router?
No, we didn't hire the router.
Oh, it's a corporate thing.
Yeah. I'm like,
yeah, they're doing 150 routes.
Yeah, and I'm like,
they're fucking yours up.
I said, I don't know, but all I need to know is which one of these you want me to run. Just tell me which one I need to
A
run.
or B.
Because I'm ready to go. I need to get out of here. It's Wednesday. I get the kids. Like, I need to be on the road, like, now.
Right.
So which one do you want me to do? Because I can do either one of them. She was like, well, just do the one with all the motor fuels. Okay, cool. I say the number just to double check. You're looking at the same route I'm looking at, so we know in case something's wrong on your end, I just want to double check this number. This is that number. She's like,
she says, yes, 1, 2, 3.
That's it. Blah, blah. Okay, cool. The other route, do you want me to put back in the office for somebody else to run? She's like, nah, just shred it. I'm like, you know what, Cole? Fuck it. I'm not even gonna argue with that. If you want me to shred this route, I'll shred it. Because I know there's shit on this route that needs to happen, but if you say fuck it,
ain't your business.
It's not my problem. I got my orders, I'm gone. Let's go ahead and knock this shit the fuck out. You know what I mean? That's what the fuck I go do. But I'm like, when I'm looking at the shit that's routed for me, and how they route it, a lot of times it doesn't make sense. So I just reroute the shit myself, you know what I mean?
You get everything on your route done.
I put it how I need to put it to make it more efficient, because the way they
you know the area better than these idiots do.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I even showed the other guys, I'm like, hey, because the one dude, he was like, what are you doing? I was like, man, look, this guy showed me we can do this. You know, I don't know if they showed you this, but...
Like MapQuest.
Yeah, in a sense, yeah. I map my own shit out. I put it how I need to do it, because I'm like, what routers do, and they do this a lot because I've learned this from the company I was at before, is when they get your route, all they do is get the route and they hit itemize or what is it called? Prioritize, yeah. And they have your start location.
They want to be the earliest could be 27 miles away from the one that you got as your first. Like, they would make you drive 30 miles out of the way to go to one place first, because that's the number one priority. And then they gonna have you come back 15.
I can't remember what they call it, but it's something where they go where, okay, your start position is basically say Warrenton, and your end position is Warrenton. But what they don't understand is we fill up down Catlett Building. So my end stop is going to be down there. If I start here, I want to end here, because that's where I'm going to fill up at. But they don't do that. So they have everything working based around this area and not including that. You know what I mean? And then sometimes they'll have it to where they want you to start right here and then work your way all the way up north to Alexandria as your last stop in Alexandria, and then come back. I'm like, nah.
I'm going to start in Alexandria.
I'm going to start in Alexandria. I'm going the furthest way out, and then I'm going to work my way back, because why am I going to be in that bullshit traffic in the evening? I'll deal with the shit in the morning because I get there early enough. It's not that bad. I can handle that.
Right.
But fucking, if I'm in fucking Woodbridge, Lorton, and all that shit, then I gotta drive to Alexandria at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Hell no.
And then come back in all that traffic? Man, nah. And then go to building to fill up? Nope. I'm not doing that to myself, man. So I just switched the shit up. And one of the dudes was like, man, you gotta be careful with that, because they're gonna end up saying, you know, we gotta run the routes the way that they want us to run them. I'm like, I'm not doing that. because it's not efficient. It doesn't make sense to me. If they can make it make sense, and I told them, if they can make it make sense to me, I'll do it that way.
That's
but
right.
if it doesn't make sense, then I can argue the fact that y'all aren't including where we fill up at, because they don't know where we fill up at.
They don't know the area.
That's the other
Whoever's
part.
doing it doesn't have any concept of kind of traffic we're dealing with. If you're not in DC,
if you're not in the
if you
area,
ain't in the DMV, don't come to the DMV.
Because that's the shit that be getting me. Because that's what I told my boss, because I don't even know where this router's located at, because when I was working at Safety Clean, the router was in Ohio routing us. You know what I mean? Which made no fucking sense. You gonna tell me you don't have nobody in this area that can route like everybody? Like I could do. Like I even told them, I said, if y'all pay me, I'll route Virginia and Maryland people. No problem, because I know the shit.
Let me sit here and do that.
I can do that, you
Absolutely.
know, with no fucking problem. Give me the routes every fucking week. I'll have it all mapped out. This shit gonna flow. You know what I'm saying? But y'all don't do that. And I'm like, it's similar where I'm at now. This new router, I have no idea where this new router's from, or even where they're located.
I told you, he's in India.
It's possible.
He don't
know what I mean? Because she was like, my boss was like, this is a brand new router. I'm like, well, that makes a lot of sense now that my homie was like, yo, man, they got me all over the map. I'm like, what are you talking about? He was like, man, I was in Bilton, then they had me go to Woodbridge, now I'm on my way to Alexandria. I said, whoa. Bro, you started in Bilton and then went to Alexandria? Nah, bro. I said, man, they had me in Great Falls, Herndon, Warrenton, the Plains. I'm like, I went straight to Great Falls, bro. That's an hour and some change away. I'm hitting that and coming back through this. I'm going to end up in the Plains at the end.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to
I'll be 20 minutes from where I'm parking this bitch when I'm done.
Yeah, because
I'm not going to start there.
They were going to have me start in the Plains and then end in Great Falls. Like, fuck no. Like,
oh, hell no. Terrible. That's terrible.
But them houses out there in Great Falls, bruh, I went to this one dude's house, me and him were talking. He said,
you got to find us investors for Allure Demure.
Bruh, this shit is crazy. Allure. They got houses. So you know Kid's house, right? You've seen her house.
Yeah.
You could put 4 or 5 of those in this house that is being built right now that I pass up that bitch.
It's disgusting.
It is fucking ridiculous.
I wish I had that kind of money so I could have a place that's nowhere near that expensive.
When I go to Great Falls,
I just go around and hand out a little cash on occasion.
Them houses make me feel a little depressed, bruh, because I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing?
What are you doing with this? Like, what do you fucking do? This one house is so fucking
What kind of bullshit ass government job do you have that's paying you fucking tax dollars out of my motherfucking pocket so you can build this house up here in Great Falls? Fuck you.
It's always just 2 people. It's never a house full of people. It's only 2 people in these houses that I've ever seen. Like this one house.
That's how you save your marriage. You maintain a lot of space between you and your wife.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's it, dog.
That shit, man.
You'd be like, bitch, go to your side of the house.
Like, they got intercoms.
16,000 square feet, and you can't go to your side of the motherfucking house?
This one house, the basketball court has like fucking Roman columns all the way around this basketball court. It's a full court basketball court.
It's got Roman columns, so like, are they close enough that you have to sort of squeeze between them and the ball can't get out of the court?
Nah, it's enough space for you to walk through. But I'm like, why the fuck? What's the point of having that? Like,
who is this? Is this LeBron?
Bruh,
is this,
I don't know. I never see these people.
Is this John Wall's house?
Like, I'm waiting for somebody to come out of the house. I know they're home because I can see them in the motherfucking windows because they don't have curtains. I know they're home, but they never come outside.
Oh, yeah, dude. Where are they going to come talk to the plebe?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Bitch, they're not going to talk to you. You're not going to be able to Shark Tank them and get some money for
this
a mirror
one house. I shit you not. This one house I went to reminded me of what was the game I had?
The Beverly Hillbillies house.
No, bro, this was even bigger than that shit, man. This was like, it was the game. Remember NBA Ballers? That game.
I remember the game. I never played it.
So in the game,
and they'd have cribs and shit.
Yeah, you make your own crib and all this shit, bro. I made a crib that looked exactly like the crib I went to, and I was like, that's some bullshit.
Yeah.
I said, I bet these motherfuckers got that pool in the back with the jacuzzi and the fucking shit. I go back there to the tank, short shit. Everything's laid out like I had in the video game. I'm like, I built this house. I built this house before. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at this shit and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what are you actually doing? And here's the even crazier part, bro. This is the shit that be getting me even more so because I'm happy for the people. But it aggravates my soul because I'm like, I know my people could do better, because it's a lot of Hispanic cats, Asian cats, and Indian cats that have these houses, yo. It's the Hispanic cats, some of their houses, I went to this one dude's house, bruh, the whole fucking thing is beyond immaculate, bruh. I even hollered at the dude. I said, bruh, your fucking house is amazing. He was like, I appreciate it. He's like, man, it took a while to get here. He said, but you know, I did all this myself. The stone work, the yard work, it's all his homies. They all fucking work together to make all that shit happen.
Fuck out of here. Come on, man.
I'm like, bruh, that's all the fuck you. He's like, yeah. He's like, the guy that does my yard.
You remember that Chris Tucker, Charlie Sheen movie about money or whatever?
Oh yeah. When he was like pretty hot and tempted.
Pretty hot and tempted. Yeah.
Money Talks.
Money Talks.
Yeah.
That movie when he's at the house with the rich guy, and the rich guy's like, "Ma, make him strudel or whatever."
Yeah.
Like, gives him some crazy authentic Italian meal for breakfast, and he goes, yeah, that's my mother. And he goes, that's how the rich stay rich, Jack. Yeah, I got your mom up here.
That's cooking. Exactly it, bruh. That's exactly
and
it.
And that's what that dude's doing.
That's all they were doing.
He got a bunch of homies to come over and
all them cats, they're all the same weight. Like, man, the one Indian dude, he got like this, it literally looks like a fucking castle. Went to his spot. His wife comes out. She's like, oh, no. I don't need you. We call when we want you guys to come out here. I'm like, okay, that's cool, you know, whatever. And I'm like, I'm sorry to disturb, you know, your family. She goes, oh no, it's just me and my husband. I'm like, all this is just you and your husband? She's like, yeah, we have family that comes in from out of town sometimes, but
yeah, 3 weekends a year we have like 5 people here.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
But you know,
I'm like, what the fuck? She goes, she hits me with this. She goes, you can't go back out that gate. That's the entrance gate. You got to go out the exit gate. I'm like,
I like that. I like an exit. I like a proper exit, a designated in and a designated out.
The shit had me, because I'm like, both
that obviously ain't Tom Brady's house.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But like Great Falls, when you go up there, it's just like, it's wild to see the shit, because the one dude's house I was at the other day, he was an old farmer. He was like, man, I've been here since I can remember. He was like, before all these big ass houses got here, it was me and a couple other farms, and you know, they kind of just weeded out the farmers. Like, yeah. He goes, these goats here, they're basically just my pets. I don't do nothing with them. He's like, I got my honey.
Well, dude, that's like right here, right now, where we are.
Yeah. We've
had this house for like 20-something years, and there was nothing out here.
Exactly.
And now there's way too much out here.
And that's what he was saying. He was like, man,
I'm not liking it.
He said, you know, when it storms, we lose power. I said, you know what? You're not the first person to tell me that today. I said, there was another guy I just did
bumped up the infrastructure.
That said that he loses power anytime the storm hits. He loses power. He said he lost power the last storm that hit. That's why he called us out there, because he just wanted to make sure he had gas for his generator. He was like, that's what I'm doing now, because I want to make sure I have gas for my generator. He goes, the power company was going to come out here and take care of everything, because what they did was the power lines were already up. And then everything just grew around the power lines.
Yeah, they never upgraded the infrastructure.
Then they brought the houses out. You know what I mean? He goes, there's only one neighbor up the road. You've seen his house. I see, yeah, that big ass house. He's like, yep, that's the guy that told the power company he didn't want them in his driveway. So that's why we never got the power fixed around here, because of that guy up there. I'm like, so wait a minute. So when y'all lose power, it's all because one neighbor said, I didn't want this shit. And he had the money to say that shit.
You know who that guy is? You know who he's at least friends with? Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh, somebody.
I would make up that rumor to everybody. I'd be like, you know, he used to hang out with Jeffrey Epstein. I would fuck that dude's shit all up if he was my neighbor acting like that.
He said, yeah, the power goes out. And I was like, damn, that's got to suck. He's like, nah, man, I got this generator. He goes, you know them people around us like that? He goes, they ain't worried about a buck like we are. And I'm like, you absolutely right about that, man. Like, that guy's not worried about his power going, the refrigerator and shit don't work and stuff like that.
He got generators.
Yeah.
He got thermo, what is it? thermal energy.
Yeah, he got whatever. He got the shit in there. He ain't worried about
a big tube going into the ground.
Yeah, he ain't worried about shit. He's not worried about you down here and the other people down the end of the cul-de-sac. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna send somebody to burn your house down once the fucking lights turn out in this town.
Yeah, because he was like,
fuck.
He was telling me about oh fuck, who was the guy? It was some famous motherfucker that I know that is like his friend. He showed me the picture. I can't remember this motherfucker. There's some white dude, and I've seen him before, but I can't remember his name. He was like, yeah, that's my friend. He said, this motherfucker tells me that where I live at is too country for him. I'm like, motherfucker, you're just in the back of Great Falls. I'm from Fauquier fucking County. If he thinks this little bit of shit right here is country,
yeah, y'all don't know nothing.
He thinks I must be a hick then if he come out that way. Like,
and it gets even sparser, dude. Like, where I went to summer camp years ago, and where I was in well, it's funny because the place I was in high school all those years ago down near Roanoke, was pretty fucking sparse. There was long stretches where there weren't many houses. A lot of farm. There were some neighborhoods, but there was still a lot of farmland. All that shit's full of neighborhoods and townhouses.
Oh, I believe it.
Complexes.
Anything that had like farmland, they're fucking putting townhouses.
They're trying to kill it all, man. What's anybody going to do? How's anybody going to afford anything?
That's the other part.
I got no clue.
You see where what the fuck? Where the old movie theater in Manassas was at, right?
Yeah. I thought they were some nice ass townhouses.
They're putting townhouses in that motherfucker.
I thought it was going to be an apartment complex.
That's what I thought too. But now they're townhouses. I'm like, so now you got a townhouse in a shopping center, you know what I mean?
I mean, they're so close to their DMV. That's going to be convenient at least once for somebody.
At least that little bit.
At least one thing that's benefit of being there.
And a 66 is right there. You know what I mean?
But dude,
but even still,
this is like that's like a kind of nice house. I don't want to hear 66 like that,
bruh. That's what I'm saying.
Close 66 like
You're
that.
You're right there on 66.
I used to be when we had the fraternity house up at Fairfax.
Yeah. And that was off Braddock, right?
It was off of, wasn't off of Braddock. It was off of Germantown.
Okay, gotcha.
And Germantown goes right through the middle.
Yeah.
And crosses 66.
Yeah.
And 66 was probably technically, as the crow flies, less than a mile from me. Probably less than a half mile from me. And there were a couple times in the summertime where I would have my windows open and be sleeping early in the morning, and
you hear that Jake break,
sirens, honking, Jake breaking, all that shit, dude, and all that. I mean, like, pretty loud.
Yeah.
And I remember being like, I don't want to deal with this.
We're at that area, that echo that's right there, man. It's a bitch. That's why they put them walls up. But even still, even with them,
those walls were all up back in those days.
The amount of traffic that's out there, like that shit, where them townhouses are at,
dense.
That shit, I guarantee you, they're gonna go for at least $650.
Oh yeah,
at least that, and that's lowballing them. You know what I mean? Because what's right across the road? It's like some apartments, I think, across the road. I think they were going for fucking, what was like $2,500 a month, for like a 2-bedroom.
Yeah.
So I can imagine what
shit's out of control.
It makes no fucking sense.
Yeah. A crash has got to be coming.
Something has to fucking crack, because there's no way you can keep that. The interest rates, they said now the interest rates, they went down, but then they turned around and put them right back up. So you didn't put the interest rates back up.
Well, because they had a ceasefire for like a day, and then the war fired back up.
That shit wasn't even going to last. It was never going to fucking be we're going to stop shooting each other for a while. And then they're like, oh, well, we were shooting each other for 3 days, so technically now the ceasefire is over. The ceasefire is over once you fire at another motherfucker.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And once you cease to cease fire, you have ceased the ceasefire.
I swear, man, we are in idiocracy. And we are in every dystopia book, movie,
in the ways that none of those guys that wrote it could have really imagined it.
Yeah, you know what? Like, that's what I would like to think. What would George Orwell think right now?
Well, like when Orwell was writing about the Ministry of Truth and dudes getting like clips of paper, and then rewriting something on something and sending it through to another thing. That's all that is just this. The
that
thing that's being done in the
double talk.
Yeah, but it's being done in the computers nowadays.
Yeah,
where like we're gonna
Mandela effect. We're gonna make you forget about certain shit.
We don't want you to make fun of Jaws in Moonraker being in love with the goofy-looking chick with the big braces on her teeth.
Yeah.
He's got big metal mouth, too. We're going to make it so that didn't even happen.
Yeah.
So we wouldn't want to be mean to that girl with braces.
Yeah.
That's the joke, motherfucker. That's what makes this shit funny. You know, you got to take that shit out of there and be like, oh, that's Mandela effect.
Bruh, it was like Quantum Leap
Bullshit ass.
when fucking Sam
I'm
was
retarded.
And they bleeped all that shit out. They changed all that shit. And I'm like, wait a minute, hold on.
That's why you got to get physical media.
I was like, I remember this show.
You got to cop Quantum Leap on VHS.
I remembered all of that shit because I'm like, I'm watching Highlander again. The acting is so terrible, but I like the concept of Highlander. You know what I mean? There can only be one.
A concept can drag something through to a better place.
Yeah. It's just like X-Files. When you look back at these things, and you're like, damn, these motherfuckers. The acting was but the shit that they were talking about is actually shit that's happening right fucking now.
Yeah.
Like, even, I mean, the fucking diseases, the fucking events that are going on are similar to what the events they were talking about.
Well, it's like that there's any kind of movies these days that you can look back on and be like, that shit's happening right now.
Yeah.
Like, we're literally living through that. Like, you watch them and you're like, oh, that's just like overplayed bullshit. But then it's like, no, it's all based in pretty real shit.
Yeah.
And even if it wasn't real then, it's real now.
Yeah.
And it's really just disgusting.
And that's why the crazy part is, like, I can watch
like these flock cameras, bro. We got to go. I mean,
them fuckers.
They got to go.
They're just as bad as the CC. What is it? CC? Is it CCTV?
Closed.
Some shit. Whatever. What the fuck is it?
Closed circuit TV. But that's not that bad because closed circuit TV is like you got cameras up on your building and the wires go directly to a recording device that you have, and that's on your premises and it's your video. Like, if I had cameras all over this house looking outside and whatever, all that's coming to my shit.
Yeah, so
I'm recording it. But if I got to have that on a closed circuit, that would be no Wi-Fi. It's not using Wi-Fi. It's using hard lines. It's all coming to a hard recorder that's recording everything.
Yeah.
And now they've got it all on the cloud, all going to these fucking...
And the goddamn data centers.
All these data centers. And all these data centers are just to be there to fucking keep surveillance on people.
That's so, yeah.
And AI is nothing that's just going to be able to go through all these videos that we collect and analyze shit and go who's doing what and who should have their license taken away from them and who should be charged more money on insurance and who should be not allowed to leave their neighborhood and who should not get any money.
It's all ridiculous bullshit.
It's crazy.
And fucking...
It's out of control.
Like, all the data center shit, like, I don't know. You don't really watch TV. So I catch the news in the morning for traffic and weather, right? I come home in the evening and I watch Tom Yamas, just to get the highlights of what's happening. And then I got my Jeopardy, right? There's commercials now, ever since fucking, what's that bitch? The governor. Abigail, yeah.
Cuntagale.
She
Cuntagale Stollenberger.
When she made the deal with the fucking data centers, there's been data center commercials now talking about Virginia data centers are not bad for the environment. We do not
propaganda.
Bruh, as soon as I saw the commercial, I'm like, you gotta be shitting me. Now the data centers got commercials talking about how they're not bad for the environment and that they actually recycle the water. If they use water, it's recycled water. But I'm like, okay, what water are you recycling? The water that you've already used, that you've pumped out. Are you recycling the same water that you've been using?
Yeah, no.
You're not speaking on...
We're just going to pour that hot water back into the cold river it came out of.
You're not talking about
really a great idea.
The electric grid that you're fucking pulling power off that we have to pay for.
Did you hear about the weed stuff?
I think it's what people... You can do recreational... You can buy recreational?
No.
Is that...
It's so much more out of control than that.
What's going on with that
now? The
way
that they wrote the laws... it's sort of in debate amongst legal scholars.
Okay.
But from what I've heard, and this is through a lot of the pro-Second Amendment guys that are kind of anti-weed.
Yeah.
But the Virginia State Police have been informed that anything 5 pounds or less, 5 pounds, not 5 grams, not 5 ounces, 5 pounds or less, no prosecution, do not arrest.
Huh.
Turn them loose. So if you got 4.9 pounds, you're good. If you got 5.1, Call it DEA. They turn it over to the DEA because they do not have the legal right to do it now because of the way the laws have been written. It's also been written, according to certain interpretations, that children, there's nothing illegal about children possessing cannabis either. So theoretically, distribution as well as underage possession have been essentially legalized in this state. And I said, well, shit, if I had a bunch of weed, I'd break it off into grams and give it to all the teenagers I know and say, go to school and sell this shit and bring me half the money you make. You know what I'm saying? Jesus Christ.
You can if that's how they have it set up.
That's what I'm saying. It's set up like that. I wouldn't test it like that. But that's just how illiterate and stupid.
Because I'm like, wait a minute.
These people that have been elected
You can't drink or smoke or buy cigarettes until you're 21, right?
Right.
And I would do the same thing with weed, to be honest with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 21's fine.
21, you're an adult, make your own fucking decisions, live your life how you want to fucking live it. But that, because they already bitch about
I kind of see that if you're 18 and we can draft you and send you to war.
That also true.
Like,
you know what I mean?
You should be able to drink and smoke and do whatever you want.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's just terrible law-making legislation.
I didn't know. I ain't been paying attention to it because I can't still.
Yeah, literally, the Virginia State Police have been told don't prosecute anything 5 pounds or less right now.
Fuck.
Madness.
Man, if I was back in the day, I wouldn't even have to worry about my shit. Like, goddamn, all I had was 2 ounces.
Yeah, I've never come up with that much weed.
Like, shit.
Never seen that much at the same time.
I've definitely seen that much at one time.
I suppose I've seen it, but I haven't ever had that much. I've never possessed that much myself. Nor do I even have the need for it if I'm not literally putting grams into the hands of teenagers and sending them to high school to sell it.
But like
remember we were in high school and motherfuckers always had like some weed they were selling at school and shit. Like, where do these kids get that back in the day? It had to be some crazy uncle of theirs or their buddy that was, or something. You know what I mean? Like
shit, when I was
their
in
older
school,
brother or some shit.
I don't think I really wasn't pumping anything in school. It wasn't until after I got out. Matter of fact,
when I was in the Charlottesville area, there was a lot of people selling a lot of stuff. There was people that would
sell, and I knew where it was coming from. You know what I mean? Like, one dude had to hook up. Was it somebody's
uncle, or was it just some kid had to hook up?
It was,
because you knew the kid that had to hook up, but you didn't know where he was getting hooked up from.
Yeah. It was one dude that had to hook up that gave it to 5 other individuals.
Right.
You know what I mean? Those 5 individuals had the shit.
He'd get like...
But that's where
he'd get like a quarter pound and give an ounce to 4 people or something.
But see, that's where I found the loophole. I'm like... Why these motherfuckers? So if this motherfucker's out and this motherfucker's out, they're all waiting on him to re-up to get them squared away. I was like, why everybody going through one dude? I'm going to be that other motherfucker. That's where I found my loophole at. I'm like, I provided a service.
That's where you found your lane, Michael.
Yeah, because I'm like, I found a hookup that I was good with, and I could get my shit as soon as I say, hey, I'm re-ing up on this. When everybody was still in school, because I graduated early. While they were all still in school, I could go re-up and be ready once they got out. Boom. Here you go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And while that motherfucker's trying to re-up, I'm already going to cut him on some shit like, hey, bam.
And now you're good. And now you'd be good with that.
Bruh. Oh, man. Days are different.
It's madness.
But, again, shit is what it is. Like,
these are just shithead idiots that don't know what they're doing.
That's across the board everywhere.
That is the failure of the public education system reaching the highest levels of government in the state of Virginia.
And
it's poorly educated, ignorant fools writing laws.
It's all designed that way. It's all of us designed that way.
It's a CIA puppet game, man. This bitch is a fucking CIA puppet.
All of these motherfuckers are puppets.
They're
There's not a single motherfucker that's not a puppet or in any spot here.
We're a testing solution for the CIA right now here in the state of Virginia.
Everybody's being tested on some kind. You got West Virginia with the soon to be more fucking what are they, data centers. You got the fucking chemical shit out Midwest. You got all the other shit that's happening, like the junkyards getting burnt the fuck up, that shit like that.
Yeah.
Like there's so
putting cameras in the cars. You got lasers in the cars in Europe coming forward that are going to read your facial movement and determine if you're
sober enough to drive or
not. Yeah, and that's something they want to do here too. And I'm sorry, man, the burden of proof has to be on the state.
And they keep going
can't
to be like
on the individual
but
to prove
they
their
always
innocence.
say, you know, when they want to take some of your friends, where they always go, hey, it's for your safety. It's for your safety.
Fuck you. That's why I bought an old car. Kiss my ass. Ladies and gentlemen, with that said, we gotta bring this episode of Foolishness to a close.
Oh yeah.
I'd like to thank you for listening.
Yep.
Encourage you to listen to old episodes.
Like, share, subscribe, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right. Be nice to people that look like you. Be nice to people that don't look like you. Don't be a dick.
Little bits by little bits, ladies and gentlemen. Keep moving forward.
Yep. And don't forget to keep grinding on the things you're trying to get done, because that's how it's going to get done.
We believe in you.
And we love you very much.
Love y'all.
And peace be with you.
Gone.